Hi, welcome to Debbie Vine. Today I'm in my car, yes, something different. So today I'm going to be talking about how I became chartered, how I became a chartered engineer. I'm talking about this to encourage and to inspire and to motivate others who are probably going through what I went through when I was younger, and just to give hope and to know that, look, you can do this. You've got this. You can do this. So where do I begin? I begin with a dream. I wanted to become chartered. I had completed my degree, my master's degree in engineering with management, and I noticed that I didn't really want to be a full-time technical engineer. My job, I really wanted to go into project management because I felt that I was drawn more to project management than actually sitting down doing the calculations. I felt I wanted to do project management. So I did project management for a few years as an assistant project manager, and in that period I did I took up other job roles as service delivery manager, other kind of roles that sort of helped my pay, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. And it came to a point that I thought, you know what, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. Now, in that time, I had 3 kids, and that meant that, I always calculate it this way: 9 months for, being pregnant, and a whole year for maternity leave. So that's nearly like 2 years for each child. So 2, 4, 6 years of my life was really giving birth to children, and I didn't do much. I didn't have the motivation to do much in those times. So what happened? After the 3rd child, I decided that this is the time that I just need to take the bull by the horns and make a difference. Now, it was challenging. The dream was high. The dream was up there. The dream was, can I really attain this? So I gradually started putting things in place, of which now I know how they help me, but then I didn't know. I was just grasping for things that could help me. And I'm going to go into this a bit deeper, because sometimes it's good to understand the tools and the tactics that can help you achieve certain things. But this is what I did. I was a member of the ICE, the Institute of Civil Engineers, and I noticed that in order to become chartered in that, it was quite a challenge, and I didn't think I was ready for that. So I decided to explore other institutions, and I came across the Chartered Institution of Highways and Technology and Transportation, and I joined. And because I knew somebody on the board, I got involved with what they were doing in the community, in the region that I was in. I joined their board meetings. I got involved in the kind of things they were doing. I was involved in the events that they were planning, and I really got involved that way, and that helped me be more basically have more knowledge about what was going on in this institute. And I felt that, yes, I could thrive in this institute. The other one, for me, it was so high up. It was like I couldn't connect. I could not connect with the ICE. I could not connect. But the CIHT, I definitely could connect. I had people around me that I could relate to, and I was able to join and build, our region, and it helped. And in that, because I was part of the events team, I noticed that, they had like lunchtime events, of which I planned, of where somebody would come and talk to them about how they could become chartered. Now, this was my baby, so I took this on board. I was so excited. I was like, look, this is something that I've always dreamed of. This is something that I've always wanted to do. I'm going to take this little baby project and I'm going to run with it. So what happened was I would plan for these events, and I would invite a chartered engineer to come and talk about how they could become chartered, and people would be inspired and they'd go ahead and do it. But then I noticed that there was no follow through. Like, who was holding anyone by the hand? How were people actually doing it? They're all doing it by themselves. So I decided that, you know what, why don't we have a little group whereby we encourage each other as we go along to become chartered, after that session, and then we'd check on each other like an accountability group, or how we're getting along. Because once you know that you've got a meeting coming up to talk about what you've done so far, you will definitely do something. You will put something in your calendar to actually work towards it. So I did that, and it was really good. Now, I think life was going on, and it was even challenging even in that period. So I couldn't even say that I was that diligent. No, I wasn't. But what happened was there was a guy who was part of my group, and he got chartered. He decided, look, I'm getting married. I want to make sure that I get chartered before I get married. So he had a focus, he had a goal, and he went for it and got it. Immediately he told me he had got his chartership. Something in me just ignited. I was like, I will not lose out on this. I am going for this. He encouraged me. He showed me what he did. He he just basically explained what he had to go through. He made it seem so simple. I said, was that it? He said, yeah, that was all I did, and then I started the motion. I started moving with it. I got a mentor who encouraged me, who believed I could do it, and that's really key. Somebody who believes that you can do it, very key. And I booked in meetings with him. Those sessions spurred me to actually do the work I needed to do so that I could have those meetings, and that helped me. I hope you're noticing those little things that I did to keep me going. So I continued those accountability groups, and I continued encouraging people around me, let's do this. Do you know what? I ended up doing it alone in my accountability group, but guess what? I got it done. I remember the times I would actually prepare myself to get this thing done would be late at night when the kids were sleeping, because the kids were quite young. So when they'd go to sleep, I'd go into the study and I'd start. And I remember there was this day, I'm going to put a video up, hopefully I find it, a video up to just show late at night when I was busy studying, saying, God, please, I hope I get this chartership and all that. It was amazing. I recorded that, left it on my Apple Mac, and carried on. And guess what? I managed to do it. And one thing that encouraged me was I had a kind of partner who also wanted to get chartered. He wanted to do his in the ICE, and I was going to do mine in CIHT. So we used to encourage each other. Always have a partner, an accountability partner, somebody who's doing it with you, someone who can encourage you, and you're doing it together. And he got his, I got mine, and that really pushed us forward to get on with what we were doing. That was really good. I think those were really key for me. And I also had a cousin who was just wanting me to just do something, and she would be calling me every day. AY, she would call me, we would talk about it, we would encourage each other. She was doing her own exams in law, I was doing my own in engineering, and we would do what we needed to do. And I remember the day I went for my interview, she came to Birmingham, we went to celebrate. I've done the interview, that was it and everything, and it was just wonderful. It was just wonderful. And the day I found out that I got my chartership, wow, my head was like, whoa. And then afterwards I was like, okay, what's next? What's next? But I made sure I celebrated, because I don't think we celebrate enough when we achieve things. I celebrated, I was grateful, and immediately I started applying for another job to get out of that company that I had been for nearly 12 years. Yes, that was a long time. And I got another job nearly like immediately. It was amazing, chartered, worked in the industry for over 12 years. I had project management, I did all these other things. I did Prince 2 and etc. And I got a new job, and it was amazing because the pay rise was much more than what I had before. So I just want to encourage you out there, don't give up. The things that I noticed that I did that really pushed me forward was having time. I actually blocked out time to do the chartership at night, maybe an hour or two before midnight, 10 to 12ish type of thing, or sometimes it would go deep into the midnight, into the morning, of where I would be there in that study doing the work because the kids were in bed and I could do it. The other thing that I did was I had people around me. I had accountability partners around me who were pushing me, egging me on to keep going. I had a mentor. I joined the institution and I got involved. I had it all around me. It was consuming me basically. I had to do it. Everybody knew I was doing it, and that really pushed me forward until I got it done. So I just want to encourage you. This is something, it might not be chartered engineering, it might be something else, but those little tactics that I used, of which I know are tactics now, but which I used to push me on, were the things that really helped me. And most especially, you know, God was on my side. I prayed about this. This was something that was really giving me, you know, like, God, can I really do this? I had to really search myself to know whether I could actually achieve. And when God was telling me that, look, you can do all things, you know, all things, you can do all things, and I thought, wow, with God I can achieve this. So encouraging myself in the Lord as well with all these things helped me achieve. So I hope this encourages somebody out there, and if it does, please put something down in the comments, please subscribe, please press like, and you know what, I'll bring more content like this later. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye.
Hi, I'm doing this because I'm trying to just get focused. I'm working on my portfolio of evidence for CIHT. I remember that I've tried on a few occasions to get it done and submitted, and I've never really done it. And this is sort of getting me down. So I'm working on it again, and I've been distracted. I started at 9, it's now 55. I've been watching YouTube channels, looking on my phone, looking for chocolates, anything but to do this. But I've said to myself, tonight, I'm sleeping late. I've got my cup of tea, my Earl Grey, absolutely cold, and I'm working on this thing. So I'm just encouraging myself. I might heat my tea, and get it done. This is one objective out of 5. 2,500 words.